Chukwu okike abịama, Chukwu na-afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo, Chukwu maara onye aka ya dị ọcha na onye obi ya dị ọcha. Nwoke si na ya ji ọfọ, nwaanyị si na ya ji ọfọ, mana ọfọ maara onye ji ya. Ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri ọ chụrụ ọzụọ. Gaa n'ogwe o mechi ụzọ osi mpịara na azụ nwa igirigo ọgụ nke mmụọ. Ọ gịnị ka m ga-etu gị ka o zuolo gị? Asị m n'oge akara aka eluo, ịbụ mmụọ ka mmụọ, ibe ka ibe. Chukwu okike onye obiọma sị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Mmụọ niile na-ejere ozi asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ. Mmụọ niile na-ejere ozi asị m unu binye elu. Tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra, tetenụ n'ụra. Asị m n'ọnwa unu nwoke bụ nwa eze Chukwu bụ ụzọ mba aka ji ọfọ Igbo ọzọ eme nte eme ime. Ọ sị m nọ ya nọ n'etiti unu taa. Ọsọ unu binye enu n'oge akara aka eluo. Mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie asị m gị binye. Mmụọ na-afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo asị m gị binye. Oke ọfọ ji eje ọgụ asị m unu binye. Ọfọ ndị Igbo niile asị m gị binye. Ọfọ ndị mmiri asị m gị binye. Ọfọ ndị ikuku asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị osimiri asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị nwaanyị na-ebe asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị idodi ikwu na-eme asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị amambara asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị osimiri nji aba asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị ala Igbo niile asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị ọgba asị m gị binye. Eze nwaanyị anike wawa asị m gị binye. Oke arụsị na n'ike o juru nwaanyị aga asị m gị binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Igirigo ọgụ mmụọ. Asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike. Asị m dododo unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola. Asị m unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola. Nna nna anyị ochie, mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ. Mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Igbo dị ndụ. Mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị ndụ. Mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Biafra dị ndụ. Asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo. Asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọ nwa dike. Ọ sị na mberede nyiri dike na mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike. Ọ ya ka m ji akpọ unu n'isi ọhamadike. Ọhamadike bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ya nwa bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Otu mkpụrụ anya ji isi ụgwọ. Otu ọnụ na-ekwuchitere mba niile. Ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri na-agba n'oge nke ya. Asị m unu binye n'isi ya. Nye ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike. Napụta ya na eke, napụta ya n'orie, napụta ya n'afọ, napụta ya na nkwọ. Asị m na ahịa akara aka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ, na ahịa akara aka agaghị eri Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Asị m unu gaa napụta Nnamdi Kanu na eke, napụta ya n'orie, napụta ya n'afọ, napụta ya na nkwọ. Asị m mee ka ọnụ niile kwụrụ njọ n'isi atụgharịa kwụ mma. Ka ọnụ kọrọ ogiri ọnụ kọrọ ogiri lacha. Chukwu okike abịama, onye jiri mmiri siri ike kpọọ aja were aja siri ike kpọọ mmadụ. Asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị eke n'ala Igbo. Asị m na eke ga-eketara Nnamdi Kanu ndụ. Eke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe. Oke ga-eketara ya ndụ. Oke ga-eketara ya Biafra. Oke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe. Oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro, kegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ. Asị m na mbọsị ọ ga-apụta ekwensu ga-anọ n'ụra, ndị ilo ya ga-anọ n'ụra. Ọkwa na ekwe osu. Asị m gịnị bụ ekwensu? Asị m na mbọsị ọ ga-apụta ya bụ ndị ilo ga-anọ n'ụra. Ọha bụ ndị ọha nwa bụ ekwensu. Asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra. Na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube. Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube. Asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya ga-atụgharịkwọ mma. Asị m ọ bịara igbu Nnamdi Kanu bụ onwe ya. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ, onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta, onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri. Ọnụ niile kwọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lacha. Osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele. Onye asị na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta, asị m na ọnụ ahụ iji wee kwuo ya na ike ejikwa ya wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya. Asị m na ya bụ onye ahụ na-atụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu aka, asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ. Osisi ahụ fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu wee tọọ nkwe, asị m ikuku futuo gị. Anya ọbụla fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu kwawa akwa alịla, asị m alịla akọ ya n'anya. Onye fọrọ Nnamdi Kanu cheta ihe gburu nwa ya, ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya, maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị. Chukwu okike abịama, asị m na mberede nyiri dike mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike. Asị m na okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose, ọ dịghị ukwu ose enu. Na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu mana ha ama mkpata ya aka. Ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido jiri odido enyi ozu. Na ọkwa nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ama afụ ya anya. Asị m na eje anaba isi ije. Asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-eje na ọ ga-ana. Asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye na ọba bụ nwanne. Inye agaghị eri Nnamdi Kanu maka na ọ bụ nwa inye. Asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-adị ka echi anaghị agwụ agwụ. Maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri, ọ bụrụ eje nkụ. Asị na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmiri. Asị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo. Asị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welele. Asị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu. Asị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Nnamdi Kanu, gaa kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu, gaa tụnye ugo, gaa nye ya mmeri, gaa nye ya mmeri, gaa nye ya mmeri, tụnye ugo n'elu ugo, nye ike n'elu ike, nye ndụ n'elu ndụ. Ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu n'efufe. Unu nye Nnamdi Kanu ndụ onwe ike wee kwụrụ jinjin, onwe ike wee kwụrụ wee fu n'ofufe. A sị na ya kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ. Ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdi Kanu bụ ka nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo, ka nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra, ka nwee ike wee kwuchi anyị ọnụ, ka ha nwee ike wee kachi anyị ọnụ, ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ. Mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri, ndị nwe ikuku, ndị nwe anyanwụ, mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie, mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ, mmụọ niile ọ kwafọrọ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihi Biafra. Asị m unu binyenu, asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a, ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ a, ọkwa na unu ga-aga buori agha, ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule. Asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ. Eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo, mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo, asị m unu binye, maka na onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị aṅụ mmiri, onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị eri nnu. Nnu bụ ihe ụtọ si na mmiri wee pụta. Onye ọbụla na-eri ihe na-eri ihe dị na mmiri, onye na-asa arụ ji mmiri asa arụ, onye ọbụla na-eme ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme ji mmiri eme ya. Asị m ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme n'ụwa mmiri ọ na-ebubu ụzọ. Asị m onye ọbụla kpọrọ mmiri asị na mmiri a ga-agbagbu ya. Asị m onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-awụsa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-emesa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye na-aṅụ mmiri na-eri nnu, asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee rie nnu wee ṅụọ mmiri na ị ga-eji akwa okwu ọma n'isi Nnamdi Kanu n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ama.
Ise. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinasa from Olu province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 25th day. Oga Obochinise Nonwisi now for 2023. Today is Sunday, Obochieke. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this broadcast of today. Because shortly, in few minutes' time, I will be joined by Mazi Chinasa Nworu, a member of the Directorate of States of the Indigenous People of Biafra. Therefore, as I'm talking, you will be hearing our voice direct through FM in Biafra land, frequency modulation in our radio, in Radio FM, CHK 102.1 in most part of Biafra land. Therefore, you have to tune in. Also, you can hear us, you can get Radio Biafra through satellite, free to air satellite. You can be hearing our voice. You can be listening also through our application, IPOB Community Radio is a very low data consuming application. Also, you can listen to us through TuneIn Radio, Simple Radio, Radio Biafra London. On social media, mostly on Facebook, you can be listening to our voice through Biafra Television, Biafra TV, IPOB Rapture Media, the Biafra Digest, Radio Biafra House of Service, myriads of them streaming our voice direct. Therefore, you have no excuse not to listen onto this hallowed platform. I once again welcome each and every one of you to today's edition, because today is a special edition where Mazi Chinasa Nworu will join us shortly in order to make some expositions concerning the issue of utmost concern in this struggle in our land concerning our leader also, our leader's situation, and all the rest. Therefore, you have to lend us your ears. Come with your pen and papers, because today is going to be special. Radio Biafra London is in defense of freedom. We are not going to back down. That is a mistake the Nigerian politicians are making. They thought that this struggle, IPOB, is just like any other struggle or any other agitation by Igbos they have seen. Our leaders say we continue until we wear them down. IPOB is indestructible. All these phrases, maybe you've not fully understood, but by now, I know by now, you are understanding. What we are doing is championing the restoration of Biafra. Because if Nigeria is good, or do things according to normal, there will be no such agitation. Do you understand me? If Nigeria is working, we wouldn't be in this agitation. But Nigeria is created in order to fail. Nigeria is created for these problems that are everywhere. Chaos. That is the way Nigeria is being created, because it's artificial. Foreigners created Nigeria for their purpose, for their interest and their benefit. We are not asking something very huge or extraordinary. Do you understand me? Imagine, let's come down from the foundation. Imagine in a country of 200 and something million people, the only port, the only seaport is situated in one side, Lagos. Lagos is the smallest state in Nigeria. Do you understand that? Do you know that? Lagos is the smallest state. I'm not talking about city. State in Nigeria. But in Lagos, there are 3 seaports. One international airport. Do you understand me? Now, whereas in Biafra land, we have coastal areas of Biafra land. We have water bodies. But there is nothing like a seaport. No international airports. Whereas we are more traveled. And we are, engaged in more economic activities in Nigeria more than any other set of people in Nigeria. But they are punishing us. I don't know why. I don't know. Now you want us to keep quiet and say, okay, let us accept it like that. People should have conscience. I say, people should have conscience. Some years back, I was watching an interview with they are interviewing one Yoruba man. I have checked that interview, I cannot see. He's talking about, they are asking, but why no seaport? Only one seaport in one side of Nigeria. Whereas, no seaport in Biafra land. The man said, no, the water is not deep enough for ocean liners, for vessels to anchor. And when he was saying that, he wasn't uncomfortable. He was stuttering. I was watching the body language. He was stuttering because he wasn't he's lying. But let me tell you, Calabar Seaport was, Calabar was the first capital of the amalgamated Nigeria. The first capital. And Calabar Seaport was where everything started. The Europeans started removing slaves, carrying out slaves, the anchor ships as they want in Calabar Seaport. But all of a sudden, they close it and there is no more deep enough. Only Lagos. They built 3 seaports. You know, sometimes I want we have appealed to the conscience of to whom it may concern. But we saw what I see in this world, there is no conscience once it comes to politics of people. There is no conscience. So I don't even want to appeal to anybody's conscience. That is how the world is. But the problem is, we call Nigeria one country, and everything is denied in Biafra land. Look at our railway line, systematically removed from Biafra land, all dismantled, and it doesn't cause media brouhaha. Everybody is comfortable with it. If I want to land in Nigeria today, go to Biafra land, I will first of all land in Mohammed Airport and have inconvenience. Go through different inconvenience. If you are going through road to the east, you might be kidnapped, you might be killed, you might have accident. All these are artificially done in order to dehumanize us. Now, I ask people, let us be honest. If it was maybe your own tribe or your own people, are you going to continue in that type of setting where everything is systematically denied? Look at today's government. Previous governments and today's government, no representation of Igbo people. No, nada, nothing. We are just follow, you know, and we want us to continue like this. A time comes in a man's life, you become suicidal. He's saying, when you are pushed to a corner, to the wall, you have to explode. Hooke's law of elasticity. Many people might understand. When you draw a elastic, you continue drawing, it's flexible, continue drawing, but a time comes, it becomes so thin in one place that that is the breaking point. Do you understand? So, what they have been doing to us, there is no race that could fathom it, that can allow it. The Jews, they endured for many centuries and thousands of years. And after they saw that, look, if they continue enduring, they will be wiped off the face of the earth. And they have a very rich culture and history. They say, no, we cannot dissolve our culture into others in Europe that don't want us. That is why the more people should understand, the more you are dealing with people, dehumanizing them, the more you become radicalized. Therefore, without taking much time, yes, I've forgotten. I will bring in Mazi Chinasa Nworu. He's here with me so that we can start today's program. Mazi Chinasa Nworu, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Ndewo Mazi, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chinedu. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Mazi Chinasa Nworu served the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. I come from Obingwa, and Obingwa is from Enaba province. This evening, I come to you all on this hallowed platform, Radio Biafra, to educate, a continuous education on our people, to get our people informed, to open the eyes of our people on certain things that they don't know, because it's our responsibility. Like one Igbo adage says, Akoruo Egeruo. I have come this evening to also open the eyes of the Nigerian security agencies, Igbo politicians, the DSS. I will explain to the world today their conspiracies, all their plans. Not all, some of them at the top level knows what is happening. Some of them are partaking in what is happening. And it is our duty to expose them. And if we don't do that, it will be the greatest crime against us, that we knew all that is happening against our people. IPOB have become the mouthpiece. IPOB have become, we stood in the gap for the Biafran people. IPOB have continually for 10 years now to advocate for freedom for the indigenous people of Biafra. It is not an easy task. It is not an easy journey, but so far, so good. Irrespective of all what the challenges that comes across the way, they are all expected. We have to know that we are a freedom fighting. You don't plan things that comes along the way because the enemies are there. The Nigerian government continually spending money to destabilize IPOB after the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi. And this evening, if some of your people are not listening to this broadcast, they are going to miss a lot. Tomorrow, we don't want them to come out on social media and start talking things they don't know. I also want to make something very clear. Mazi Chinedu, I have a sound coming from there. I don't know, maybe if a speaker is on. So please check out. Really?
No sound at all.
It's okay.
Your voice will be clear,
let's go forward.
Very clear.
Okay. Okay. This evening, Biafrans, something I want to clarify before we go to the main topic. And what is that? I want everybody to understand, even the Nigerian security, the judiciary, all of them that are listening this evening, the police, the DSS, and the politicians. What matters in what we are doing and our source, how we disseminate information to the public, is through Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra is where official pronouncement in IPOB goes out from. We do not pronounce anything. We do not pronounce anything through a social media platform, apart from the official handles of the indigenous people of Biafra, like the Directorate of State or some principal officers in the IPOB leadership. We realize that most of the news being carried in the public. Mazi Chinedu, can you mute from your own side, from me and you? That would be better. Okay, mute your own side. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very clear. What is happening? We find that most times the Nigerian media have become a tool to propagate falsehood against IPOB, propagate falsehood against the mission and the purpose of what we are doing. You found out a criminal can make a tweet, an infiltrator can make a tweet, and you found out that not all Nigerian media, some of them will go and pick it and start promoting it, knowing quite well, they know very well that this message they are promoting, this person doesn't speak for IPOB. They know the channel, how IPOB communicates to the public. They know either it comes through a press release from a more powerful or through Radio Biafra platform, or through the official handle of IPOB at the DOS on Twitter. The DOS is not on Facebook. The DOS officially is on Twitter. And that's where most of our official correspondence goes through. But now we realize how many people are using unverified sources to promote things. That is how you know that the Nigerian government seriously sponsoring all these agent provocateurs to make sure they discredit and tarnish the image of IPOB and makes our people to turn against this struggle. But I thank every IPOB member. I thank all of you, the IPOB media warriors, IPOB principal officers. All of you have put up a gallant fight during these 2 years. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria. In 2 days' time, we are in a week that we were missing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We did not know what happened to him. On 19th June 2021, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya. This period is the period when we were looking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu last 2 years. It was at this particular period that some of us who do work with him directly were asking, where is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And the most times when we could not reach him, we do reach a family member who continually told us he was in the mountain praying. This is the week. This week is a remembrance of what happened to us last 2 years, when we were asking continually and even deceptively, the person will come and deliver some message, trying to play the mind that all was well at that particular time. And in 2 days' time, on 28th, actually today is Sunday. I want Biafrans to remember. This is a Sunday that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned to Nigeria. On a Sunday. It was on a Sunday when they renditioned him from Kenya to Nigeria. They brought him into Nigeria in the evening of a Sunday. But that Sunday was 27th. They brought him to court on Monday. It was 28th. He appeared in a court, in the Binta Nyako's court. I want every Biafran to know that this week is a very important week in what we are doing. And for that reason, today, we are not going to take questions and answers. We are going to go straight to the point. I'm going to explain to our people, clarify our people certain things. Because we are in a stage where there are many saboteurs. I mean, high-level saboteurs. We are in a stage where all of them are manifesting very openly for people to understand that all they have done all these years, that they have failed. And since they have failed, they have no other reason than just come out and continue to make a mess of themselves. In our topic today, I decided we are going to make a general briefing on Biafran struggle and putting this cryptid called Asari Dokubo to where he belongs. One thing people fail to understand, and in Nigeria, is this attitude that people always forget very easily. People forget easily. 15 minutes, they have all forgotten everything. For some of us who have lived beyond the borders of Nigeria, we know how people behave, know how other countries, people that have developed in our presence, in this year 2000, from 2000, people that have developed their countries, understand their mindset. But our people don't want to. Sometimes I'm really, tired seeing the way our Igbo people and we Biafrans behave. It's really a difficult task to work with our people. Because tomorrow, the same Creek Toad can come out and talk about Biafra. You will see people will be jumping, clapping, Asari Kobo. Who is talking about Biafra? If you are talking about Biafra, what do you want the international community to see from somebody like Asari? I do all these things at the early stage, and I said about it. Those that have criminal records, whether you are a freedom fighter before, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are a doctor, whether you are a businessman, if you have a renowned criminal record, I do not say you cannot support the Biafra struggle, but you cannot come out trying to champion the struggle, because the struggle does not end only in Nigeria, where they can accommodate, they can make a drug lord a president, where anybody can be given any position irrespective of what they have done. But what of a Biafra that you want the international community to have, to support you, to see the people standing around you? It must be people men of integrity. It must be men of honor. It's not something that one thing that comes out from somewhere, he starts shouting Biafra. This is for those who don't believe in themselves. And I am happy today that most of the members of IPOB leadership, why we have not been moved, we are not being shaken, is because if you trace our history, if you trace our olden days, we are people that never participated in Nigerian politics. Somebody like me never voted in Nigeria. Even before I lived, I never casted a vote for anybody in Nigeria, whether from local government to councillor to state to chairman. I never casted a vote for anybody in Nigeria. I never belonged to any political party in Nigeria. I have never. Likewise, many of my other comrades. That means before we come this far, we have already spiritually and physically rejected anything pertaining to Nigeria. I do not mean that those, if you have gotten anything to do with Nigerian politics or before you join the struggle, we do not mean you didn't come in peace. But I'm just trying to explain. One thing people do not know, because these are the questions I have come this evening, I want our people to ask. I want Igbo politicians to think what is happening to their own flock. I want them to reason. Because at the end of the day, if IPOB is not there, if Radio Biafra is not there, they will turn everything against us. I want to understand, can everybody look beyond what we, the leaders of IPOB, are seeing, or other members of IPOB, that somebody, Asari Dokubo, somebody, let's assume is like a second in command of Taliban, a well-known jihadist, from Sudan to Libya to everything, suddenly came to Asorok. Came to Asorok, the same place the president, the Asorok press conference house, where the president, they sat down and carried out press conference. This is somebody, he came in, went straight to those chairs to deliver. The other time, the Nigerian security, the Nigerian media, all of them were talking about hate speech. hate speech. Somebody who is well known for his hate speech against the Igbos, against other people in one time or the other, is the person that they gave the Aso Rock conference room to come and address the world. The question is this: do you think that what Asari said there, he just come out and say it? There was an in-house discussion. There was an in-house agreement between him and Tinubu and other people who were there. After they have agreed on what he's going to say, then he goes out there in the presidential conference room and make those pronouncements. And if IPOB did not raise their voice, our people will leave it as one of those things. But I'm very happy that Asari came out in those places and said, because these have also now justified all I have been saying on Radio Biafra, all I was doing on Radio Biafra, it have now justified it. Everybody should remember, there was a time, Asari Dokubo, when Mazi Kanu was captured, before they started coming to Imo State, before Hope Uzodinma gave him the contract, Asari Dokubo, it is on my timeline. If you didn't see that video, go and see that video. Asari Dokubo was saying, kill every IPOB member. Kill them. He was raging that our people should be killed. That was the time I confirmed the hatred, because before that time, we have intelligent reports that Asari participated fully in the massacre of the Igbos in Obibo. When those reports came, I did not believe them very well, because we know Yeson Wike, but when it comes to something to kill the Igbos, Asari Dokubo always play a major role in that. When that video came out, because if you remember, he spoke about this NSAS in that his broadcast. And remember, it was during that NSAS that our people were massacred in Obibo. It was the NSAS issue, because Tinubu's name was mentioned, that Onyendu was encouraging Nigerian youth to take their country back. Asari was furious. And if all these things he said has been there, but sometimes information comes to the leaders, we try to weigh in, because we don't want to blackmail anybody. We don't do blackmail. Whenever we are coming out to say something, we want to be very sure. When the problem of Obibo happened, somebody told us that, look, the men on ground tell us that Asari is participating fully in massacring Igbos in Obibo. But it is under coverage. It's a clandestine operation. And there is one of our brothers today, he was not even an IPOB member, but he was a sympathizer. He is still taking treatment because they took him, broke his legs, broke this thing. He is still somewhere now, getting to 2 years taking treatment. He cannot walk. They know who I am talking about if Asari is listening. What I'm saying here is, I have been coming on radio. When we started seeing Asari Dokubo, the killings, when we started pushing that Asari Dokubo have signed a contract to come to kill Igbo people, I said it on radio when I spoke about Yeson Wike when they were carrying our people. Hope Uzodinma entered. Yeson Wike, it's not today. Forget about the APC something Yeson Wike made. It was all planned. I want everybody to go back. Immediately in the southeast, Yeson Wike was he was close with Hope Uzodinma until they start fighting for the some oil well. He was close. He is the one, he gave him voice. He recommended Ospak. When Ospak came to Imo State, many of them were killed. They retrieved. Asari Dokubo took over the contract because he did it in own people. He came in. Our people in Imo State, if most of you can confirm on the social media anywhere that most of the people that comes in Imo State attacking our people, they are shouting Asawana, Asawana, Asawana. Anywhere they go, when they are burning out the houses of our people, when they are killing our people, what is their slogan? Asawana, 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 Asawana. This is what they have been using. And Hope Uzodinma knows very well that our Igbo people, they kept silent. Politicians, sometimes people say, what are you people doing? I want to make it, the IPOB have limit of what we do. We are not jack of all trade. We are not jack of all trade. Anybody tell you IPOB say they are jack of all trade because sometimes people are being killed somewhere. You say you are complaining. What are you guys doing? IPOB have also limited resources. For us to come this far, you will know that sacrifices has been made. That is why Asari and Aso Rock raised the voice of NSAS, because the anger of what they did is still boiling in him. And he's still pushing to get more governors to come to his fold. Because the Nigerian military, they are gradually withdrawing from killing IPOB members. The Nigerian military, you know, we say it the way. The Nigerian military sometimes they withdrew. Since we came on air and they exposed the criminals, the Nigerian military are a little bit careful now. That's why it didn't go very well with Hope Uzodinma. They now import mercenaries. I want everybody to understand what Asari is looking at. Asari is starting to create his private army in Nigeria, like the way you hear about the American Black Waters and they hear about the Wagner of Russia. Asari is taking that steps. That is why you see him coming to the Nigerian military, people he have done businesses before with on oil bunkering, because he's trying to promote a private militia that they can send him to go enter some places. Nigerian security should know this. This is exactly the plan. And as it is happening, that will be the last thing IPOB will allow it to happen. Can form Nigerian government, can form him to help him, that the killing will not be in our land, because we are going to confront them head on. Irrespective of anything, even last man standing, we will confront these people. In terms of betrayal, people talk about betrayal. Asari is well-known betrayal. From day one, they recommended Asari to be part of what we are doing. Most of us objected it. Because when Onyendu was in prison, they defrauded Onyendu 20 million. That one is just not other ones that we are giving to them. But this is one of the, while Onyendu was in prison. And they come to think of it, who is Asari Dokubo? Asari Dokubo is a man between 1992 and 1998. Asari tried to go for councillor in his community. He didn't go. He failed. Asari Dokubo tried to go for ordinary councillor. He failed in his community. Asari himself, he tried to go for chairmanship. He failed. When he went for House of Rep election and failed, he wanted to make problem. That is one thing people don't understand, because he loves Aso Rock. But there is no way he can come there to represent his people. This is somebody, when he failed, Asari wanted to cause problem, you know, in his place, this area. He wanted to cause problem because he has been repeatedly rejected. That rejection makes Asari Dokubo, do you understand me? Because especially when he formed their Ejo Youth, this thing, him and some people formed, because it was after many rejection in that area. Asari Dokubo now, he wanted to foment trouble. The Kalabari people, they reminded Asari that he's a third generation slave. They reminded Asari that his descendants were Igbo slaves. That's why anytime you see him, he talk about slaves, slaves, slaves. What I'm saying now, you can go to Kalabari Kingdom and ask them. They reminded Asari that he cannot ferment trouble here. But he is a third generation slave in this town, in Kalabari Kingdom. Asari realized that he could not do anything. He moved out. You know, in Nigeria, if they fail you here, you go and form your own. If you are not getting what you want, you form your own. That was how Asari ran to form the Joy Youth Council. From a Joy Youth Council, he formed his Niger Delta Volunteer Forces. Asari was barred from contesting any political position in Ijoland, in Kalabari Kingdom. Ask him. From there, the hatred, when he remembered his roots, he remembered that they told him that he's a third generation slaves. It used to pain him. That's why you used to see him some anger. So you people sold us. You sold, somebody that remember, it was something not accepted. Slavery was something condemned around the world. Many of our people in the River Rye area who claimed that they were sold, or people were going to capture people, sell them, and that was where the slave man were coming, the slave masters were coming in this area. Many of our people, after the end of the slave trade, they refused to return back to their places because of how they were treated. When Asari understood how they came, even the mother, even there is a story in Uzakole. I'm trying to look, I don't know if there's a connection to that. Because there is one uncle we know, they said the sister was sold to the River Rye area during the slave trade, but when she was lucky, they did not put them in the vessel heading for the journey of no return. And after she married in that place, have children, she bade the children never to have anything to do with the Igbo people. That was also one of the disadvantages of the slave trade. Now, we talk about betrayal. Henry Oka, all of you know Henry Oka. Asari deceived this man that he will do this. The man sold his properties. Both in South Africa, in many places, hand over to Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo ate the money. Today, Henry Oka is in prison in South Africa. Asari Dokubo, realizing that the son of Henry Oka can take revenge against what he did to the father. Son of Henry Oka is also in prison in Abuja. He's in prison. He also sold him out. He sold him out. And the boy is serving a prison sentence in Abuja. I'm telling you people about Asari Dokubo so that our people, not tomorrow, after we have displayed this hatred in Aso Rock Conference Hall, tomorrow some of you will come again and start clapping for this criminal. Asari Dokubo himself, everybody knew. There was a time Mama Gaddafi said Nigeria needs to be divided. That was one of the things Asari sold to the Islamic group in Libya. Asari defrauded Mama Gaddafi. Defrauded him. Huge amount of money that is going to declare a Niger Delta Islamic Republic. Asari Dokubo. When he took the money, he returned back. He never declared anything. He entered into more oil bunkering, pirates, kidnapping, and all these things. In Libya, they gave him passing no grata. Asari cannot go for betraying the Mujahideen. This Islamic group is using them. He says it's Mujahideen. He betrayed the Mujahideens. He betrayed them. The money collected from Mama Gaddafi, that was the false hope. Asari went there to talk. Once in a time, I visited the school where people spoke about him in Maracas. Sudan, in Khartoum. He studied in Maracas, African International University in Khartoum. I met some people who spoke about him in Maracas when they were doing their Ahwan Muslimin, the Muslim Brotherhood, and Hijra wa Talfiya. These are people with the information we knew about this man. We never, most of us never, accept his ways. It was this betrayal that Asari did. The Fulanese, Muhammad Buhari, you know, he's the champion of Islamic because they disappointed Muhammad Buhari because these were people they're supposed to work together to Islamize Biafra land. He was the contact point for the mission to Islamize our area. That is why I don't like him. He hates him. And that leads to, you see, during that time that he hates him, Asari Dokubo now goes, start showing people all the line. This is the line for kerosene, line for gas. Because he was into oil, he knows them. He knows everything. That's why Buhari never gives him any contract. He now turns to Tompolo and hands it over to Tompolo. And that is one of the anger. And what Asari came now to do is trying to take over that contract they give to Tompolo. In the early days of this struggle, there were people, I don't need to mention, prominent people in the Riverine area who are not supporting the Biafran struggle because IPO be associated with Asari Dokubo. They told us plainly. They told us, this guy, this Creek toad, we know him. From the time he was born, we know him. We know who he is. They said, if you want us to support this struggle, if you have anything to do with this man, we can never come close to talk about self-determination with you people, with Nnamdi Kanu, because this man is involved. There are many of them. They say, as long as you are doing what? You are working with Asari Dokubo, we can never come close because this man is a born betrayer. At the end of the day, what they said is true. What they said is true. Now, we have seen all that is happening in our places. I want everybody to write it somewhere that me, Chinasa Nworu, said when the rendition adopted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Asari Dokubo was using the tension in our place, threatening big people to collect money from them. And I will give you one example. I know when I say this thing, take it anywhere. As tension was gearing up in our place after rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there was tension. Asari Dokubo used that opportunity defrauding people. Asari Dokubo called T.Y. Danjuma. He called T.Y. Danjuma. He requested $50 billion from him through the wife. The wife is from Edo State. Go and ask him. That if he see there is tension in Biafra land, there is everywhere. If he don't give the money, that they are going to burn down his oil wells and they do this, do that, the woman make arrangements for them to meet in Lagos for settlement. If you know them, ask them. Most of you don't understand why this NMP in Igbo chat never works. It's because of Asari Dokubo played a very vital role. After refining oil, they have a point. Asari Dokubo, he paid some military people. That's why he used to talk about military, because that is what they were doing, and it is not, that place has shut down. They have points that they put after refining when it's time to distribute kerosene, fuel, diesel. They have a point as NMPCs pointing out for the distribution line. That is why you see in Igbocha, along the airport road, you know, everybody know where I'm saying. They put up tankers, no plate number. What you will just see is that 3,000 liters, 50,000 liters. They are loading. What are they loading? the kerosene that has been refined, the diesels that has been refined. They tap it at a junction that if an NPC is pumping any refined product, this refined product supposed to go to other stations, go to Lagos, go to other places for supply. I'm telling you, they bridge it overnight. They 100 tankers. They continue. All effort will be in futility. Asari Dokubo. That is where he stole the money, make everything he used. And most of the boys he did those work. All of them he killed. He has killed almost all of them. None of them is still, most of his frontline boys. Ati, where is Alati Asari Dokubo? Where is General Playboy? Where is Awala? Where is General Danger Diabolic? All these people were people Asari Dokubo using all this business. He killed all of them. Playboy he was the last person that died. He set him up. General Playboy was the last person killed. Because he said he communicates with IPOB, he will do that one now. I said, he go and beg him, I'm not doing that. He doesn't know that man will never forgive. His families are wallowing in poverty as we are talking. During the 2009 amnesty program that they gave, Asari told all of them. That's why most of those boys, you see them begging, because Asari told all of them. Nobody should take the amnesty. If they take the amnesty, that is a criminal offense. But Asari left all of them in the Niger Delta. Every day he was sleeping in Niger Delta amnesty office in Abuja. Kingsley Kuku, the former director of Niger Delta Amnesty, Asari, and with him, there was a time EFCC, as I'm saying, EFCC they are listening. There was a forensic probe on the amnesty office, Niger Delta Amnesty Office. When they swept it under Asari and that guy finished that institution, they siphoned all the money. He took contract. From the contract, he took only contract. Anywhere he go, he take the contract to destroy that place. That is the same contract he now gone now to Asorok. When all these problems were coming, IPOB, we are seeing it, we are reporting it. When I started, that is why some people don't understand. Say Mazi Chinasa Nworu, I get that I didn't hate anybody, but I see the people that there is a member in the DOS, one of our brothers from that region. When I asked him a question one day, when the British the former British ambassador, this woman, what is her name? This one that left, this short devil woman that left of recent. I forgot the name will come in. When that woman and the SS, when they paid a visit in the Niger Delta, in Bayelsa, they were in Bayelsa. They have meeting with all the people that call themselves the stakeholders. And many of them, Katrina Leon, Mazi, thank you, Katrina Leon. When they had meeting in that place, I approached our comrade. I said, you are in this place. This is what is happening. We have gotten a detailed information. It was when they are giving the discussion to give Asari this contract. The DSS is involved. The DSS, they are involved in what Asari is doing, not the military. I didn't mean that the military are not part of them, but these orchestrated plans with the DSS. DSS is always in the know-how. At the end of the day, I called this comrade. I said, this is what is happening in your state, and you're a principal officer. You don't bring information. You don't tell us. This meeting is for what? Because we want to compare the information we have from a fellow comrade. He run around. He goes. When we started to talk about Asari, he even told us, don't talk about Asari, a comrade in this struggle. Don't talk about Asari. If we want to talk, I am the one to raise the topic and they talk about. That is when we know there are moles inside us. We will talk about it before Igbo people will talk about it. That time, I want to tell Biafrans what is happening. That time we were trying, Asari said they should kill us. He start coming to Imo State. We start to face Asari. Most of you can remember. 2022. The next thing, we understand. I want IPOB members, I want every of you to remember how the time Asari said kill us. Some of them, with this mentality, I now connect all the bobbins. Through the people this boy is working with, we got a message from Onyendu to say, leave Asari, and focus this in. I said, what? Somebody who said kill IPOB members. We said, okay. I said, this is a danger coming. Then when Asari come inside Imo State, the danger grew. You want to talk about Asari, people will run and go and tell Onyendu. They say, leave these people. But today, everybody have seen it. Today, you have seen the catastrophe that have happened in our land because of Asari Dokubo. Moles, infiltrators in our midst. When Asari, they started killing, OSPAC came to Imo State. When they were attacking, they were dealt with before they give Asari the contract. I am saying it on Radio Biafra. Asari Dokubo, Hopus of them contracted Asari Dokubo for the assassination of Ikenga Ugochu. Chinasa Nworu said it on Radio Biafra. Some of the people carry out that operation and fail. Some of them are also regretting when they start to understand. They were all our people from the riverine area. What you ask yourself, why is Asari Dokubo Ndibo coming from the riverine area? Somebody with a hatred mind that his people were sold, coming in the hinterland to massacre people that he hates. The full enemy. It was the job boys that Asari used for that operation against Ikenga Ugochinyere. Hope Uzodema gave the contract to him because he didn't want some Imo State boys to be involved so that they would link him. He gave it to Asari Dokubo. Biafra land is very small. The boys that was part of this operation, some of them are in Igbocha. They say they never knew. They just give them money, say they are going for one work. They didn't know say that this guy where they talk, now they want me to go kill. Asari Dokubo. You see him many times he come and boast. He boasts about how he kill us in Obibo. I will get the video and post also how he kill us in Obibo. He boasts about how he's killing us in Imo State. Governors are keeping silent. Nobody is talking. Ohaneze is keeping silent. When IPOB will start, they will say we are causing problem. I'm saying it here. A criminal is threatening what he will do to us. He will kill us. Brandishing a gun, AK-47, on social media. The governors keep silent. The Igbo stakeholders keep silent. What you people are doing is you stay and watch. Our madness is top notch. Let me say something this evening so that Biafrans will understand. What these people want, they don't want Biafra land to be at peace. Because the moment Biafra land is not at peace, let me tell you, even if a Jofo, even if any lawyer, you speak your English, I'm telling you, the national security of a country will supersede any ruling. And that is what they are doing. Some of you, in social media, you talk, they gather these informations, they harvest them, they give it to those Supreme Court judges. They are not now ruling on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. They are now handling the issue on national security. That is why all of you should be very careful what this Eberima, his utterances, what he is saying, what baffles me, I can't believe that human beings can reason, that this stupid guy will go, somebody will send him a video. I mean, this criminal in Finland, somebody sent him a video of Nigerian soldiers killed in the north by Boko Haram. This boy will use it and give to his members. The members will be making, you see the job we are doing. We are hacking the Nigerian military, woto. We are killing them. And I am asking every reasonable person, these videos, they have been there. These videos, they know where they happened. Most of us knows very well. You will take this video and attach a voice note because you want to collect money from people, because you want to tell people to contribute in your, you say them, you see the work we are doing, the Nigerian military is hearing it. The video doesn't belong to you. This is a crime committed in the north by Boko Haram, where soldiers, they ambush soldiers and kill. You attach your voice note. You are claiming that this is what you did. And these things will be used against Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell everybody one thing you don't understand. Any case, that's what gives many countries the power to detain people. When it's not IPOB that is committing the crime, IPOB is not committing any crime. But the thing is that they are using people to commit the crime. And some stupid people are coming to take glory. Both the ones criminal activities they are doing. And you think when you do all these things, I have said this thing before. The DSS compiled over 2,000 pages, first volume and second volume. Most of the things these people did, both lies and truth, many lies, audio. You remember when in the High Court, when Labarin wanted to play audios. These are collection of audios they collected both from these criminals, the things, collections. And let me tell you, any judge, based on national security, can decided not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody hear this one and they know something for yourself if you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. We have made it very clear IPOB is a non-violent movement. And by our approaches, in our own tactics, everybody knew the only people we are confronting head-on, anytime, any day, are the Fulani herdsmen. Even I went somewhere, yes, if you ask me, I say, yes, we are confronting the Fulani herdsmen who are killing and raping and killing our people in their farmlands, destroying our farmlands. We have the ability to confront them, and we will do that, no apology. We never ask anybody, go there and kill this military man. We don't ask anybody, go there and kill this policeman. But people have done a lot of things that they took it, they go and do things, they will put it on IPOB. I have said it on here, we have strategies to put Nigeria, to unsettle Nigeria. Today, what is the position of Nigeria in the international community? Nothing. Nigeria has been relegated to the lowest of the low. Today, it's South Africa that Egypt, they are the one leading Africa in anything. It is the work of IPOB. Because when Nigeria went ahead and targets terrorist group, a terrorist group, they think they are doing IPOB. They don't know they are destroying themselves. Let me tell Nigeria what they have failed to understand. People advise them. to tag IPOB as a terrorist group in Nigeria. Now, every IPOB member that run outside the country, even Yorubas, even some people who understand the Biafran struggle, they now go out there and tell the foreign country that you tag IPOB a terrorist group. And every country, every reasonable country knows that when a country tags a group of people terrorists, they know if you go to them, if you return to that country, either you will be killed or you will be imprisoned or you will disappear. That country will automatically give them asylum. And in many cases will be coming. People will be telling the truth of what is happening. The countries will be listening. They will understand all those things you people are hiding. All those things you don't want the international community to hear. The people that you are pursuing from Nigeria will continue telling their stories in different form, in different dimension, in different ways. That is, the world will start picking interest. Are you people not surprised after many years that in many places you said, I am a Biafran? The government knows that already, that you are an IPOB member, they know you are being persecuted. If you are not being persecuted, they won't even give you asylum. And the IPOB is working in many countries now. Based on that Nigeria tag us as a terrorist group, we are presenting our cases to many international Supreme Courts who will automatically, just by mentioning your IPOB member, automatically you will get asylum. That is what they think. We use it and continue to tell our story to the international community. That's why we tell everybody must be resolute. They tag us terrorists, but look at what they are doing in our land. People are committing crimes and ignorance. They will use it and tag. You come and embrace. Call me a terrorist if you don't want to answer a terrorist. Most of you don't know. You think it is bravery. You don't know it's stupidity in the highest level. They have all gathered. They push. They want us to make statements they will use against us. They want us to use statements that they will use and make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is not released. We are smarter than them. And I'm happy that one of the governors also confirmed it. Some of them, they say these guys are smart because all of their plans they are doing, it never works. Since the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they know we know what we are doing. We don't want Biafra that we be to kill our own people. That is not what we are fighting for. We are fighting for, I'm asking our people, if you are an IPOB member, before the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have anybody in IPOB gave you any instruction to go for kidnapping, to go for killing, to go and do this and do that? Have anybody ever? Have anybody in IPOB leadership inform you, go and kill this person, go and kidnap, go and snatch car? If there is anybody who has told you, come out and tell the world that the leadership told you to go and do this, do that. Sometimes I will say something on air. People tell me, no, it's not good to say. You don't know anything. That's not back over quote. There are certain things to tell because this crime is committed against our own people. When you keep silent, it continues going on. And we say something here on this radio, some of you will be shocked. The level of criminality these people are committing in our land. The Ejo boys. Some of them are from Yoruba, some are the Igbo boys. Tinubu gave them. How they know how they concocted their thing. Some of them are Shetima boys and the Ejo boys and the few of our people working for Hope Uzodinma and all that. They gather. They go places. Kill IPOB member. Look at the video and that is what they are doing. And I am using this opportunity to call all the human rights groups, Inter-Society, Amnesty International, Nigerian Observatory Group, You people go to Army Feke local government. You will discover mass grave of Biafran youth massacred. Biafran youth massacred. There is a lot of mass grave in Olu, in every local government in Olu, all the whole Olu, all the local government where these Bubago people are camping, they are all mass graves. They go to a place where they see youth drinking, fatten the carry of them straight. When they bring you, they put on the table, they drop a gun, drop bullet, they tell you are IPOD member. You start denying. They are bringing our youth 20, 30, 20, 30. The people they are cutting, there is an army fake. This area they are controlling. This woman, the side of hope, they have a place they dump body. There is a woman. We'll catch that woman. We'll catch her. She's the one, when they dump some bodies, they feel she's the one, where they dumping dead bodies, she's the one go to take body parts. The private parts, the eyes, the tongue, anything she wants. After she take, she move. They are selling. Some taking more body organ, they are taking. The ones doing, what do they call it? They are cannibals. Those who are practicing, they are all there. I can tell you, Biafrans, that these people they brought into our land. There are something some of you don't know. This boy, most of you remember this boy they call Udumod, and many others. And the baby that was killed. Many of these guys, you people don't know the kind of crime they were committing in our land. They kill their victims, cut their private part and roast and eat. That is the kind of thing happening in our land. When we come here to talk about it, some of you will not. You think we are talking nonsense. It is our people. Every day you complain your brother they kidnap. You didn't see him. Your brother they kidnap. You didn't see him. You don't know what happened to him. You don't know what happened to him. I am telling you what is happening in our land. Just to that IPOB. I mean, the time baby was killed, Double Lion, Odroad, all these people kill their victims, take their private part, they roast for them to eat, to make themselves invisible and powerful to carry out operations. And when we say it, some of these criminals will come out and be talking nonsense. We know we are in a better position to do what is happening in our land. We are in a better position to debate you. We are POB and the ESN intelligence unit, all of them are at work to unveil the devils pushed into our land to commit crimes. The other day, they attack a man of God. I think men of God, they don't want to talk. They attack a man of God with his bulletproof car on this zone. When they fell, I think the military, they went there, they are burning people's houses. Did you hear it on any media? Nigerian media will never carry it because they are stage managing a lot of things to just, if they want to, if purpose of them want to enter your community, enter your distance, they only have to stage. They stage a crime scene and then unleash attack on the community. That is the only thing they do. Why we are keeping silent? Because it's not that we are keeping silent anyway. Then we are not making open confrontation. Because we know their plan. We know what they want. But I can promise one thing here. Never will Hope Uzodinma be forgiven in Biafra land. I can swear in the name of Chukwukikadiam. Hope Uzodinma, he boasted in their group, You know, when I say these things, they used to be surprised. He boasted that before he leave office, because he's thinking he's going to handle for the next 4 years. He said before he leave office, he promised the federal government that he must bring Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem, or Abanim down to Nigeria. He must get them like he get Mazi Kanu. He must bring them down. Buhari tried it for 8 years and failed. For the fact that you got Mazi Kanu is not a guarantee. You can lay your hands on us. And I can tell you one thing here. Any day they try that to extradite me or do me anything to Nigeria, everybody involved in all of us will die at a spot. We'll all die at a spot. They must be ready. They must be ready. I'm already ready. Any day they try that, whoever will come for this thing, my head and your head will go down together before the mission is accomplished. I'm just making it very open. And there you will see what is madness in Biafra land and around the world. Anybody who will participate in that, unless I'm not alive, just with myself, all you are planning is how to come and extradite Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem. You will do them this, you will do them that. But when you rendition Mazi Kanu, you thought that was the end of the world. And I also use this opportunity to thank those who are opposing him. In the same distance, say you can't do that. I thank you. There are people opposing him, telling him, no, we can't do this mistake we made with Nnamdi Kanu. We can't make it again. We wait for him. Everybody should know. If you're looking for me to bring down the members of the DOS because we stood in the gap in the absence of Mazi Kanu, you people have selected your leader. You have called somebody, imported somebody, pay him to come and take over. Why not? Oh, he has taken over now. Why not clap for yourself? Why are you disturbing again? Even the people, Hope Uzodimma, Asari Dokubo, who is your close partner, he came to Asorok and told the world that this guy was sent to make a coup. It's because he failed. That's why you people are just frustrated. All the promises he gave, all the whole thing they gave, they failed. Another thing is this. The Nigerian DSS must stop this clandestine operation against IPOB members. They went to Enugu. An IPOB member. He came into his house around 1 a.m. They surrendered the building. It's kind of an IPOB sympathizer or like this. Let me take it member, because anybody supporting us is our person. They went into the house with saw. They came with like 10 vehicles around 10 a.m. Whoever gave them the information. They surrounded the house. The boy, seeing they are breaking the doors to their building, the boy tried to hide on top of the ceiling. This boy they call look. The DSS, after they have gone to the house, they checked in the house. He was not there. They came out and asked a neighbor if he have seen this, because they knocked the door. Somebody came out to tell them, no, that the guy is not around. They asked a neighbor. He told them, if it's not there, that he's hearing a noise in the ceiling. Maybe the guy is hiding in the ceiling. I posted it on social media. Go to my Facebook handle, you will see it. And go to my Twitter. They went into the house. They tear down the whole ceiling of the apartment, found the boy hanging on that place, trying to drag him down. The guy is shouting. They use a sawing machine. And they go as they hang his hands on the plank, on the wood. They cut off his fingers. They used saw and cut off the fingers. The boy fell from on top of the building. This is the kind of things we are getting from the Nigerian government, from the GSS. I want the world to listen. The boy fell from that place down. They beat him. Nobody knows if that boy is alive because he was, before they took him away and dropped him in there, the boy was bleeding to death. When I will talk here, they will say we are threatening them. But you want us to see this and we keep silent. Mgbe na-ata anyị arụ n'isi na ha asọ ntụtụ mgbe anyị nwa ga-ata gị n'ike anyị agaghị asọ nshi. DSS should remember what they did in August 2021 in Enugu. They know how catastrophic that is. 2020 in Enugu, before the launch of ESN. They knew what they did to us, where people were doing exercise, morning exercise. They came and attacked us. They know the consequences was disastrous. Today, they have gone again and commit this heinous crime. Nobody knows if this guy is still alive or if this guy is still dead. These are the things IPOB members are going through in the hands of Nigerian government with the help of this Asari Dokubo. And he boasts about it. Today, somebody said he's denying that. He said he's not talking to the Igbos. He was talking to somebody. I said that is a typical fallacy. Because what he is doing on the ground, and this evening, there is an order on Asari Dokubo head and those Ejo boys paraded in Biafra land. I'm saying it so that let them go and take it and broadcast it anywhere. If Ejo people will not rise up and condemn the activities of Asari Dokubo in the hinterlands, because what they are looking for is to cause problem between us and Ejo people, and Asari is whom they are using. But we are expecting the young people to rise up and condemn that statement Asari made, but all of them are silent about it. And for that reason, we know nobody will talk. We know nobody will revenge. We know nobody will do anything. But for IPOB, we will do something. And from this evening, a marching order has been given. It's very simple. His voice. He said Diabali. Diabali is an animal that smells. It's an animal, one animal that smells. He's boasting Diabali. We in IPOB, we don't have titles. We are simple. Chinasa, Chika, Doziemo, Amani. This is our name. Nnamdi, Kanu. We are nobody. He said Diabali. I am Chinasa Nworu. We will be the last people Nigerian agent, Nigerian government will intimidate. We are going to be the last generation. They will humiliate. IPOB will be the last generation. Nigerian government will kill and go free. We are going to be the last generation. Saboteurs will destroy and trying to scatter us all over. We are going to be the last generation for that. I remember I started years back when he talked, go and rent people. We didn't come to rent people to go and fight for anybody. We are fighting for our land. They cause criminality. They come, they send also army to go to, they send their own people. Taking all people causing crimes. They all connected with Asari. In the Niger Delta, he's well known. He's chief oil bunker in Niger Delta. Most of you know that. But IPOB will be his last bus stop. Nnamdi Kanu will be his last bus stop. He have went to Aso Rock. He talked all he did. He boasted that Nnamdi Kanu should not be released. He said everything he said. He has said in Aso Rock. We have said our own on Radio Biafra. We will know he who will laugh last. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here so that we can go to other topic. Ndewo Chineke.
Ndewo Mazi. Continuing in that, please, I want to ask this question. You know, concerning the statement of the pig in the creek, we all know. It's not only about family members of indigenous people he threatened. He threatened the Igbo Biafrans in general, a nation. So, what I want to ask, which also might be in the ears of, in the minds of many people, is what is let me say, Igbo politicians? We know that some of them are working with Asari Dokubo, but what is the perception by the intelligence of IPOB about the feeling of Igbo politicians on this statement? Please. I don't know whether you got what I mean.
Yeah, Mazi, I understand. Mazi, but with our intelligence, many of them are not happy from what Asari Dokubo have said. You know, at the earliest stage, when he said, kill IPOB members, some of them are happy. Are you understanding me? Some of them were happy. Kill IPOB members. Kill them. They were happy that they saw somebody. But let me tell you, there is a mistake some of our politicians have made. And I want to remove those fear from them this night. IPOB is not after anybody who is not attacking IPOB or who is not. Even if you come outside and say, you don't say anything about it. If you are doing underground work, catching IPOB members in your state, we know. We know. Unless you don't open, even in a state where there is a continuous adoption of IPOB members, we will find out what is happening. Most times you see the governor is behind it, or the DSS is behind it. These are the people who first suspect when it comes to adoption. This is the first people, the governor and the DSS director. When this adoption is going on, kidnapping of IPOB members, we will go into investigation and we will know the source. When we know the source, we can make it open for everybody to know. But most of them, truly, are not in support of what Asari is saying. Because at the early stage, they are afraid of ESN. You know, our politicians are very corrupt people. They are very corrupt. We are coming to them later on that. Because they are afraid because they are corrupt. They don't build anything in our region. No schools, no road, nothing. Everybody, they give, build road, they say it's federal government road. Build community, they say there is no money. Put water, and let there be water. They say government have not released money. They will prefer, if 2 or 3 billion is given to them, they will tell you they are channeling it to security, because there is where they can cut 90% of the money, 80% of the money, pocket it, say they are, because it's an avenue that they can use and siphon the state money. So every month, it's like when TOG was in power, 2 billion naira coming, he removed 800 million, say for security vote only. That means a lot of insecurity. That is where they use to make money. Now, when they say kill IPOB member, most of them didn't say anything. Now, from IPOB, how will you? Everybody is an IPOB. But yeah, we know you can come to be part of IPOB as a movement, but in normal, it means indigenous people of Biafra. Nobody asks you, as long as you answer this name, most of them are being confronted of also saying, all of una they support una be Biafra people. They will not say it. When they say kill IPOB, they love it. But today, they are no more seeing IPOB. They kill any Igbo person. That's why some of them are reacting now. Some of them are not happy. Obia mere okwe hụrụ ọkụkọ ọhụrụ ebe a na ya chetekwa ọkụkọ ọbụla hụrụ ebe a na-abọ ọkwa ya marakwa na aka eji na-abọ ọkwa No quite here, Jaboya. Some of them are not happy with what Asari did. But that is what some of them, they were happy before because they have gotten somebody who will come and fight IPOB for them. Hope of them might try to sell that issue to some governors. And always, okay, see, at that time, they were giving, Asari is lifting oil in Imo State and in Abia State. Asari Dokubo, Asari is lifting oil agreement with Hope Olodema, and they always, and when Okeze was there, they said they will help him to fight. Most of them are no more happy. You know, now they have their presidential, Igbo presidency is dead. All that they hoped have lost. So there are some of them are making U-turn, understanding that in reality, what IPOB is saying is true, that they do not belong to Nigeria. So the earlier they come down to the east, encourage our people to come back and develop their life, stop waiting for anybody, waiting for federal government, waiting for Nigeria, who is planning to kill them. Because time is coming, that time, in a short time, that any governor who became a governor in Biafra land did not build anything. In Kakeko, roads, no school. We will not hear story. The time is very near. Let's just finish what we have in hand. It's not like even those ones who have left, we are not leaving them. We are not leaving them. It's now, it's by force. Build road in our place. They will build market. They will protect our people. Because we are going to hold them responsible. We don't give a shit anything they are going to talk. Government, they release the go. They only know how to siphon the money. Insecurity. They are fueling insecurity. For how long is it going to end? For how long? They love what is happening. That's why they will go outside their land to go. We are not looking for any governor to kill. We are not looking for anybody to harm. What we're saying is, when we told them this is what you have to do, they became jittery. They are afraid. IPOB. That is why he came for the mother. Pumped about when he see men gathered in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu place. That was one of the reasons. He said, this man have gathered these people. He's coming to kill us. So government come, they bring out money. Start Python dance. And it was the foolishness of people who did that thing. Because that time we said no. I think people saw when ESM was launched. Do they know how it happened? Do they know where it happened? We don't do show because we mean business. Those who mean business don't make shows. We don't do shows on social media. We don't do shows on anything. When IPOB launched ESN, where you see, did you see it anywhere people are talking, or did you see anybody who wants to know? We mean business. We mean to protect our land. Because they are not only killing us, they are taking our body organs, Mazi. They are selling our body organs. Our place has become a place where organ harvest is very normal. And you don't know. And I told Peter him on your God initiate. But some of them are not happy over what he said, but they have to do something. And if they don't draw their attention, it will land on their head. Because we will cost what we make them to speak. But what I'm saying is this. We don't hunt anybody irrespective of anything. What matters is the protection of our land. We continue to pursue our... You see, Biafra will come. It will come. If there is a policy they did against Biafra not to come, they will later revoke it. If there is a constitution they said there will be no referendum, they will later revoke it. I'm telling you, the way other people, we're going to set something people have never seen. Nigeria, until they grant us freedom through referendum or in any way they like, Nigeria will never know peace. We will never know peace. There will never be peace in Nigeria. So the earlier they start, the better for us. And also, let me say something. The governors must rise up and say something, because if they like, they call it anything. The West have started gradually to endorse Tinubu for reasons, because he have promised them that he won't release Nnamdi Kanu, because the West already complaining they have too many problems in Africa. Releasing this man also, here they are stealing, where they are getting their they are stolen wealth. Where they are getting their stolen wealth. You think the American embassy they are building in Lagos, you think the money is coming from America? It's money stolen from our land they are using to build their biggest embassy around the world. They have come to stay. Eba de Zuto Shanala, do people go? They get things for free. And the governors must rise up and say, let them say, we don't want you people. You stay in your land and develop your land. They tell you don't come to America, go to Asia. They tell you don't come to UK, go to other places. Seek relationship with others. Asia is developed. Seek relationship with countries that can come and help you, not countries that threatens you every time. Man, the governors are not doing enough because they are not rising up to speak. And most of them, we know they will not talk. Even if one speaks, another will not speak. But what we are saying is that they must open their eyes. Because at the end of the day,
Mazi. Now, let me go quickly on this question that just entered now, as you just mentioned it. You talk about organ harvesting of our people. Okay, and the endorsement of Western countries, including America, to the present government. And last time we saw Bill Gates that visited Ahmed Tinubu, the current president of Nigeria, and we also saw the revelation, very big revelation, made by one doctor. If I could remember his name, I played this and I used to play it on Radio Biafra. It is used to being played on radio here on Radio Biafra about the grand conspiracy and plan of the international organ trafficking cabal of the world, of the highest order, championed mostly according to his revelation by Bill Gates. You know, and we know that in Nigeria, where they are heading to, the organ trafficking and harvesting is mostly in Biafra land. Yes, they are doing it in other parts, yes, but mostly in Biafra land. And Bill Gates came because he paid for Nigeria organs in advance. He has paid for Nigeria organs in advance. Philip Njemanzi, the person that revealed this. Now, Bill Gates came quietly a few days back, brought with Dangote, and then went and saw the president, and we saw Joe Biden reiterating his support for Tinubu, or Tinubu's administration. And we are all connecting all these dots. Now, what I'm asking is this. Is there anything IPOB could do in order to register our displeasure on this great revelation? Because you know IPOB is championing everything. I am telling you. Ibu can't go, but we have to do it. Because we are suffering it more. Our people, Biafrans, are suffering more than any other people. Now, is there any way IPOB could be organized in order to demonstrate or protest against particularly Bill Gates, to make a great awareness to people, for them to understand that yes, we know, because this is a very great revelation. And Bill Gates, what he came to sign, including other things, this organ trafficking ring that have been in place, it must be part of it, that it will continue. The other time, 7,000 plus male penis were discovered fresh. We are discovered in containers in China, and to date nothing has happened. So what I'm asking, please, is there any way IPOB could do something to let the world know that this guy Bill Gates, he didn't mean good for us? There, Mazi.
Mazi, thank you so much. Mazi, you know, the issue of this organ harvesting is not only Bill Gates. They are taken to India, Asian countries, Chinese, America is taking. One thing pertaining his coming is we are still working to get a clear picture. Like the medical practitioner that said that he represented the Catholic, like what he said he have given a tip, the plan of how they wanted to take over all hospitals in Biafra land. And our people won't study medicines, all these things, they take it over. At least he has given us a tip of how the plan wants to be. What I will want is our people to focus on those things. To see maybe the hospital, because they know in the villages when they take people organ, who will talk? Mazi, they have been taking our organ. I wrote the other time, maybe from 16th century to 28th century, they were selling us as slaves. And after they have sold us as slaves, now they are taking our organs. That's why I said this generation of IPOB, we're going to be the last people that will be treated in this dehumanizing way. That's why everybody has to rise up. Mazi, the organ harvesting, you know, I wanted to touch on this in Imo State. Presently in Nigeria, Imo State is the headquarters for organ harvesting, followed by Anambra and Abia State. These three states are the places they are harvesting. In Abia is policemen. Some rogue policemen are involved in organ harvesting. In Anambra, in Imo State, Hopus of them, and there is, let me say this, and everybody, you know, in the government house, they have a cell, they call it the mortuary detention. You know what mortuary means? Mortuary detention. The key of this place is handled by Hopus of them. When they put you inside and lock, they hand over the key to Hopus of them. It's controlled by one Yoruba officer called Ola. He's the one in charge of that particular place. And the Hopus of them is the custody of the key to that place. Anybody they bring into that place, nobody have ever seen them again. These are people, sometimes their organs are harvested. But we have people who came out, who later came out. They told us how they were harvesting our people's organ. I mean, we have witnesses. And the trauma is still disturbing them till today. Most of them, they use waterproof and tie their head because they want them to suffocate. They don't just do them like this and take. They will first cover their head with polythene bag, a waterproof. So while they suffocate, the breathing, you know, no oxygen, it keeps the organ alive. They tear them. One of our members who came out, he said, when they tear them finish, when they tear their body, remove the, you will see that they have teared their belly, reaching down. When they come out, they will just come and tell them to carry them and through inside a van. They're going to use them to dump. You will see they have already died. They will tear. You see all of them, you will see waterproof, they tied on their faces. This is to suffocate, to make sure the organs are alive when they are harvesting the organ. Mazi, of recent, we saw women that were killed, cut from up and down the legs. Who is butchering people in this way, in the bushes? They cut them from neck, you see from their hips down, you see, they tear them. These are people, this is how they are harvesting our people's organ. So it is not only that Bill Gates is coming, or they want this organ. They are already harvesting our organ, but only they want to make it official. They want to cut out all the middlemen. all the boys that are catching people, so they want to professionally that marrow, people's marrow, bone marrow, they are selling as high as $30,000 for sickle cell people. And imagine millionaires, people that have money, that can cure their people. You say it's $1 million they pay to transplant marrow, bone marrow. Our place has become a place, and our people are not seeing anything. The danger inside. You see all these brothels, local brothels, that they sometimes people go in, a girl comes in, you don't see them again. People go in, you don't see them again. People disappearing. People will come, carry somebody just go and tear and take somebody parts. And in that hope of the mortuary direction, there is one guy, we are looking for him. He is the deputy of that Ola. He's an Imo State guy. He knows what he is. He knows this Ola bring their Yoruba juju. He put the Yoruba juju in that place. That Ola Yoruba officer, hope was them brought from Lagos, deputized by this Chidi. They are the ones disappearing our people, selling their body organs. Other people, you know, our people used to abuse things. Why you see this organ harvesting is getting out of hand? You know, our people like to abuse something. As no charger na guy, he only has a wire charger. It's no Oroko na guy here. Everybody has a wire Oroko. Some of them have understood. Everybody knows why. Some of them have realized getting people they are selling. Mazi, another people, these stupid people that call themselves Okite. We are coming for them. All these ones that are coming, with you understanding me? With all these people, they are all criminal gangs.
Of course.
Deceiving the society. Criminal gangs. We are going to hunt down these people. We are going to visit them and deal with them because these are evil. Another group of people. All of them, they are shouting, we are doing Okite, we are doing Okite. They are doing. Show me. Some of them have traveled abroad. I think all those guys say they make Okite. Some of them go to abroad. I see how many people they see they put pot. As they are gathering pot, human blood, put everything. Do you understand me? These boys have bring evil to the land. And nobody is talking. They will come on social media. I got Parahata soon. Very soon. Very, very soon. Because all of them are out of the people that send people on impossible mission. When they start defrauding you, they send you on mission, thinking you cannot do it. They tell you go and bring or the heart of a newborn baby. People, because of desperation, boom.
Just to discharge them, thinking they will not.
Just to discharge you. Mazi, just to discharge you. Mazi, there is somebody making this Okite. There is one guy, he carried him after eating his money, defrauding him in Biafra land. He brought him to Dubai. He told him, and that man traveled with his son to Dubai. He told him that for this work now to do this thing, they need the heart of his baby. Because the man was desperate. The man go and kill. When the guy saw the man went and bring the heart of his baby, the guy left him and ran away. Mazi, some of them are part of the problem we are having. They all encourage all these diabolic. The Europeans are taking their own. The Ndidibia are taking their own. This devil, Obugi Dibia, is not anybody Dibia anywhere. These guys, you see them talking all this. Have you ever seen any reasonable person that they talk about they are making Okite? What are they doing? Most of the boys coming there are people engaging in kidnapping, in drug pushing businesses. Do you understand it? These are the people going there. These are the people they are doing things for. People who are going kidnapping and robbery.
And they encourage them.
And people encourage them. And they tell me when the white people see that these people are harvesting their organo, you are creating a business opportunity for foreigners to come in. I say, these people, they kill their people. It's just like the slaves we are talking about. The people we are selling their people. So white man, come now, let them help you and trade more. That means there is market here. Our people have more. It is only our place. I see people are proud to. They are catching them with human parts, catching them with human body, catching them with private parts of human being, and nobody is doing anything. No death sentence, nothing. I think we are going to turn the Biafra ideology to become something like even the Islamic ideology, that if you do anything wrong, sometimes you talk against the life of what people we have lost. You talk against this thing. I'm telling you, we
Mazi, blasphemy, you forget to go blasphemy law. Blasphemy law.
Blasphemy law, Mazi. We put fatwa on your head immediately, you go down. Because the rubbish in our land is too much. It's too much. And then all of them are walking freely. They are walking freely. All of them. Mazi, the people involved in this organ trafficking is mind-blowing. You will see one thief in the community before. He ran to Cameroon. Maybe Atroyoson or Kibe, Mono Nature, from Akanapa. Then maybe where they pursue him for one thing, he ran, cross the Cotonou and cross. They call him, say, boy, come on. This one we go and introduce him. There is one of my brother, the guy, when he day home, he do something, park. They say, bring him. In air transport, he will come down. He come and follow them. That's why you see, all these boys, everybody that have not been doing anything that right, all of them now are Okite. There's a one and Okite. Encouraging rubbish in the society. You think people are not seeing this? You think the world are not seeing all those rubbish they are seeing? And people say, yeah. Oh, this guy is okay. There is business here. Mazi, this is the problem we are facing our society. And many people must rise up against those things. This is what many pastors taught them. And the pastors cannot be able to speak. Because most of them are involved in those things. Most of them build their churches with the blood of innocent people. Most of them build their homes with the blood of virgins. Most of them this is an ideology some of these devilish people have pushed down in our society before the coming of IPOB. And that is why everybody must rise up. The rate people are being killed in our land. That is why last time we came here and said, no more lynching of people. Blood of people being lynched for nothing. Never be too much. People that are dying by innocent people. You kidnap a woman, and then after 3-4 days, people saw her, the body pieces into all the body organs disappearing. Nobody is asking question. The village we go take a coffee, put him and put the leg. Say, oh, and that is the end of it. No investigation, nothing, nobody. They kill people. They adopt your son. They slide him. They cut off his head. Take his private part. They take the dead body and give to you. Instead of you to stand up. Instead of the communities to stand up to query what is happening. They buy this and say, and they want to celebrate you. People want to come and drink. And they make merriment when they are burying you. What kind of people are this? What kind of human beings are this? Mazi, we will follow the issue of, I say, before Baba, we will start it from home. While we monitor the level of Bill Gates and we start to gather more information. If we gather enough information and it shows clearly that this is what Bill Gates is planning in our place to take over hospitals, IPOB can mobilize a protest around the world. We can do it. If nobody will do it, we will do it. The fact is, let us get all our record and facts correct. If we have our facts correct, They can put the hospital in the north, but they will not put those kind of policies in our place. That is not what we want. That is not what we are looking for, and we are not bargaining for such. Ndewo Mazi Chinasa.
Ndewo Mazi. Although those that sponsored the bills officially in Nigeria are Igbo people. Okowa sponsored the bill, and this one in jail he was there, and Ike Kuremado.
Yes.
And the other one.
Yes.
What is he? The short engine, the former governor of Anambra State, minister of is it?
Yes.
Ngige.
Yeah. Ngige
was there. You see that it is their Igbo people. So Mazi sometimes in that is a miserable, honestly. Ike because it's our people, I don't know. But we must continue. We must continue. Mazi, now we talk about the continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they also tell listeners, Biafrans and listeners, lovers of freedom all over the world about the situation of our leader. We saw what happened before, the other day, or the other time, about his health and all the rest. Mazi, please go on.
Mazi, thank you so much. On this particular issue, we're talking about the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are talking about the continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are talking about many things surrounding his solitary confinement in the DSS headquarters. One thing is this, and this message is for Nigerian government, the DOS, the DSS. Whatever we are doing, we make sure in the international community we follow the rules of engagement. This is the most important thing. Anybody who thought IPOB have done very well these 2 years, the person is just lying for himself. Because there are fools who thought is by boasting. I will give you a secret how these enemies and infiltrators are doing things. And if in any way anybody say that what I'm saying is, let me tell you, people coming out to threaten the Nigerian government, threatening them by mouth, it is what they ask them to do. Because these are things they are collecting to say, you see, they are threatening us. You don't threaten a government. If you want to do something, you do it. Because your actions will be more clear than threatening them. Mazi is, for example, if you say now, if you don't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after 1 week, we will do this and do that and do that. If Nigerian government tells us, IPOB, if you don't stop this struggle in 5 days, 10 days, we will do this and do that. We will tell them, do your worst. Mazi, am I right or wrong? Am I saying the right thing or wrong? If Nigerian government,
of course, you're right.
The military, yes, tell us, in 1 month, we give you 1 month to stop the Biafra agitation. If not, we will kill everybody. We will tell them, do your worst. The same thing implies when some fools come on social media. Nigeria, I give you 1 week. If you don't release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will do this and that. The Nigerian government will say, do your worst. They will even want you to talk more because they use it to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down. That is what they want you to be doing. But if you say there are something you can do, you will press your buttons and they will be hearing from you. They will be confused. You will strategically do your work and the heat will be coming. Calls will be coming from everywhere. They will be calling in. How do we do these things? You now table your situation, table your conditions. Mazi, people we know that Nigerian government recruited, do you understand me, the agent provocateurs and told them to do. What they are doing is not something new. They have done it before. They have done it in 2015. They did it also when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was attacked in 2017. For why they did it also, they provide leaders. You know, they are graduating. This time around, they have gone to the people who takes over this person become prime minister. They know. The question is this: if those things are working, they wouldn't have kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu till now. If those things have worked, they would have released him. They know he's in danger. But what they are trying to do, they want to keep him, make sure that these criminals breed like what Asare is doing. They want to breed more private army that they will keep in our place, so that when you are talking, they will say it's not Nigerian army. And the one thing is this: Nigerian police and Nigerian army, the Nigerian police came the other day, they can't work with Asare. But the question is this: who is giving Asare and his boys all those police uniforms they are wearing? They are using military uniforms. You see them. Are you people not the ones giving them those military uniforms? Are you not the ones giving them those police uniforms they are using? Going to intimidate people. If you don't give them uniform, who are those ones wearing police uniform? Who are those ones carrying the police vehicle to go to burn houses in Izombe, in Oguta, in Ibiasebe, in the whole of Olo? Who are they? Mazi, the continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what they have orchestrated. Most of them is boasting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not come out. We want to see. We want to see. Till he finish. That is what some people are working on. Till he's become re-elected and they continue. He's trying to lobby other people to keep his zone in a unsecured, insecurity everywhere for his own benefit. This is what most of them, everybody knew him. They knew him as a highway robber, a criminal. They are the ones that started this 419. If they eat your money, you come, they kill you. It didn't start today. All this man know about is a politics of killing. You see him now, the new chiefs. I think you see him with his white and white, Kando Lumba, gallivanting, trying every police commissioner. You see him, he's there. Because he's trying to build a relationship. He's trying to build, because if you watch, you found out the new police IG, he was there. He's the one who went to Crown. Everywhere, because he's running around trying to build relationship with these new officers that were appointed. So he can continue his criminal activities. So that when he asks them, send me soldiers, they send him. Send me this, they send him. So that even if his men are killing people, nobody will say anything. All these things is just to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not being released. All these things is to make sure it causes more insecurity, that we see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continuously detained based on national security. IPOB is a movement, a peaceful movement all around the world. We are not violent. We are not killing anybody for anything. We believe we can challenge you in anything you are talking. If anybody said that this is what IPOB do, come, let us talk it. Come to Radio Biafra. Bring your point. Prove to us. Call us anywhere. Come and show evidence that IPOB is responsible for this and responsible for that. If you say IPOB, ESN is attacking Fulani herdsmen, yes, we do that. We do that because we are protecting our ancestral land. We do that because we are protecting our women. We do that because we are protecting our farmers. We do that because we are protecting our ladies. They are being raped. They are being killed. We do that. But one thing is this, Mazi, all they are doing is just to make sure that they destroy anything positive that will, or anything that will exonerate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Nigerian government knows that the criminal in Finland is behind most of the criminal activities in Biafra land. They knew. They know very well. But have you ever seen where they call his name? Instead, it is me, Chinasa Nworu. They will bring people. Chinasa Nworu is Chinasa Nworu that. Chinasa Nworu this, Chinasa Nworu that. Hope Uzodinma instigating insecurity in Biafra land. Insecurity in Biafra land. He's instigating insecurity in Biafra land. Reasons are to make sure Mazi Kanu is not released, and he's working it. He's working it with other people. He's working with other people, many people, to make sure that Biafra land is having always a problem, because he's benefiting from security fund he's getting from Abuja. You know, he was a 419 person. So he has turned insecurity to a lucrative business. He has turned it to a lucrative business just to make sure he keep Mazi Kanu down. Keep Mazi Kanu to make his money, and he finish from there. He know in the next, if he enter another time, soon you people will forget him. You will forget him. When he finish, you will forget him. Because he knew that Mazi Kanu knows what he is doing. That's why he is fighting to make sure he's ready to put more money. He's ready to recruit more people, distract IPOB. People say, nobody is distracting us. We will give you 1 week. We finish with you. We go to another one. You can't distract us. You cannot distract us. And let me use this opportunity to, this is a reminder, because of this distraction issue. Fellow Biafrans and fellow comrades, it has come to our notice that of recent we have seen, nobody is saying don't wish anybody birthday. We are not saying that. Nobody is saying don't wish your fellow comrades birthday. But please, all these birthday wishes, take them away from official IPOB platforms. Wish people their birthdays in their private inbox, because if we continue wishing birthday, every day there is somebody whose birthday is there. And every day we will continue, we will lose focus. That is distraction. That will distract us, but not when we are battling with our enemies. When we are battling with our enemies, it can never be distraction. But that is the enemy that pop up at a particular moment. And it is our duty to make sure we deal with that enemy. Like Asare, Anyanaya, this period, we must finish the issue of Asare. It is very simple. I think they said, even the Hausa people, they say, everything have time. The time have come when we will sort it out with Asare. And that is what we are in now. With all of them, this week is the week the rendition Mazi Kanu and all those enemies, they have all pop up because they have been remembered. They have been reminded that this is 2 years old. You didn't finish IPOB. You could not do IPOB anything. You see them popping up. I want everybody to check the time. The time Asari came to the Aso Rock, it was a kind of an anniversary for keeping Mazi Kanu inside. They came out and started talking. But one thing I learned the APUB leadership, you know, people distracted us, not only distracted, they fought us for 1 year to 6 months. All of you knew what we went through, but I'm happy today. Our diplomatic moves is now yielding fruits because we tried our best. We were deprived of everything that is needed to launch the kind of diplomatic attack we want against Nigeria. We could not have it because saboteurs were everywhere. They were going up and down. But today, moves have been made. Nigeria have done their own. They have earned their money. They have shared the $670 million. It have gone. But we will use our own little ones. And we will secure results. And they will see it by their eyes. People sometimes say people are talking. No. We must create that awareness. We must continue to create the awareness that people will see Nigeria as not, it doesn't want it. Only criminals will see Nigeria as, and that is it. And that is where we are heading to. Nigeria have never benefited any one of us. Nigeria is a tool used in killing us. And those benefiting, most of them are those who are partaking in their criminality in one way or the other. No common person, no ordinary, no average Igbo man, no average Ejo man, no average Ibibio man, no average person can tell you, this is what I have benefited for being a Nigerian. There is nobody. None. None. Nobody. If you have. Even when they come in your community and give one person scholarship, the person become an obstacle to the whole community. Just like Asari Dokubo. Ask him. What I think everybody knew what he said. If you have forgotten, let me read out what Asari, the reason why he's doing what he's doing for Tinubu, the reason why he is supporting everything that is Tinubu is doing. Let me read it out for most of you so that if you have forgotten, that you don't come in a community or a town and they helped one person. Because of that person, everybody now must support. Asari said this thing on June 10, 2022. He said, when I was in prison, Tinubu was so kind to me. He paid my children's school fees. He gave me a house at VGC. He gave my wife a house at Oba. When Tinubu was taken to Code of Conduct for trial, I trekked miles, and when I entered the court, he came to embrace me after the court section. That Nigerian will miss a lot if they fail to vote Tinubu. That he has qualities to lift Nigeria. Just because of he gave him a house in VGC. Just because he buy his house. This is the reason, his personal interest. This is the reason they are all fighting to make sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is kept in detention. And all these things, I can tell them, will definitely spell doom for Nigerian government. If Tinubu comes out to go the same way, APC, we know. Sometimes people, there are things I used to educate people. When people come, they say, oh, Tinubu will be different. I tell them it's a lie. The party, he came under APC. APC have their policy. He will work under the APC policy. The only thing he can amend, as now he's the president, he can push them to amend. Parties, when you want to hear the actual information, forget what Nigeria is saying to the public. Forget what they are saying to the international community. You go down into the party that presented that person. You hear from them. You hear their mindset, their ideology of the party. Is the party friendly to your people? Is the party that people that support? Is the party that is killing you people? When you go down to their party, you understand the mindset of the people in power. It's very, very important. Forget about what Tinubu will say in the air. You go down to the party because the party has a policy. Certain things they want to do. Where this party hates you, for the fact you don't vote for APC, they don't see our region as friendly to APC. There is nothing you can do for these people to like you. Anybody in the APC is a hater of their own people. Check them. Purpose of them. All of them, count all of them that are in that APC. Check who are in front line. Only some, after they have finished, they are mature. That is how it has been. And I'm telling them, they can continue the detention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But by the time, the longer they keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the faster the Biafra is coming. Because it will make us, every day we try to implement, we try to carry out new assignments, new strategies that we know Nigeria is already down. We know. Nigeria, Nigeria nona. He knows that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out tomorrow, all these criminals will disappear. They can no more be there. It's not because of Nnamdi Kanu. They can no more be there. Say because Nnamdi Kanu send us. Because all of them are using Nnamdi Kanu's. Police will catch you. This, I'm also giving this message to the Nigerian military and police. Go to Colombia and know what happened in Colombia. When Colombia deceived the world, they deceived the government. I think one of the army generals came out of recent, he was begging for forgiveness. Because he deceived the government that he was fighting the drug law. For 10 years, they massacred the innocent. They take you, they say you are doing drug, they kill. You are doing drug, they kill. They kill thousands of their own citizens. We are not fighting the drug law. They were only killing innocent people, giving impression to the society, giving impression to people that they are fighting for drug war. At the end of the day, I think they slaughtered over 78,000 or 80,000 of their own people. And he came out of recent apologizing. That is what is happening in the Nigerian security agencies. In the pretense that they are fighting IPOB. They're massacring innocent people, but IPOB remains. They continue to massacre even people that believe in their Nigeria. They continue to massacre people. They bring people that hate you, bring from the Joe axis, bring them from Yoruba, because not every Yoruba, they pick those ones that they know, they hate you. They tell them, let's take the war to the Igbos because of Nnamdi Kanu. They come in massacring innocent people, even people that doesn't believe in the struggle. There are people that will only say, nah, why are you killing these people now? They didn't do anything. Even though I don't believe in Biafra struggle, they told you you are one of them. You are IPOB. They kill you. The Nigerian security agencies, they have killed many people that are not IPOB members. Than the number they have killed, than the IPOB members they have killed. The number they have killed non-IPOB members outnumber the IPOB members they have killed. Out of the hate, because they want to implicate Nnamdi Kanu. The 2,000 copies of evidence DSS have is not enough to persecute him. So now they're moving to cause a national security. That is the only way they can use to put him down. Mazi Chinasa, I will stop here. But our people should know, and Nigerian government should know, that the continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will definitely spell doom against them in the international community, both local. It will deepen the division in Biafra land and in Nigeria. It will deepen the division between the religious bodies. It will deepen the division among businesses. It will. Definitely it will. Just to implicate Nnamdi Kanu, just to do. We have people today, whom some of them, hopeful of them, asked to take some IPOB members, some fools, to send them to Lagos to go to fight, so that they will be caught. Some of them ate the money. They sent them, they intentionally recruited them during the election. Tell them they are killing Igbo people in Lagos. We have said it. We are not going to Lagos to fight for anybody. Eh? If you want, you come back home. They come and pay some of them, some 500,000. They take some stupid IPOB people who say they don't know where they belong to Lagos. They didn't know it was a trap. They were lucky. They were not caught. Because the plan was when they come there, they will catch them. When they come out to say they are doing elections, they will catch them and say these IPOB members have come from the east, coming to cause problem in Lagos. Some of them took the money, they didn't go. So they will televise them that IPOB sent people because they wanted to prove to people that IPOB was supporting P2B. I can tell you some people receive up to 500,000 naira. Personally, transport some IPOB from Anambra, from Igbocha, transport them to Lagos, they pay hotels for them. So they will come out. When they come out, they will round them up and say that IPOB members came to fight for P2B, they catch them. This is, they are writing it down. They will use, those things will not work. Those who are doing those kind of business, it won't work. It is not going to work. Not today, not tomorrow. Because IPOB is everywhere. We have our code of conduct. We know how we operate. And all the IPOB principal officers knows where to confirm anything that is happening. That is why we're still here. And that is why we will continue to be here until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu regains his freedom and Biafra restored. Mazi Chinasa Nworu.
Mazi, what about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's operation or proposed operation on sickness and the condition? Because many people will love to know about it, please.
Mazi. You know, I will say something. I will say something about that now, but I won't go very deep. You understanding me? I'm not going to go very deep. Mazi, you know we have treated the number 3 topic with the number 1 together. You know that. And the number 2, yeah, you know.
Yes.
So we are going like towards the ending here. You know the question you asked, of course, many of our people will like to hear. We like to hear this. But I'm not going to go deep, and I don't want people to take it out of context. But what have happened, or what is surrendering the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is something very funny. When I came on radio, when I raised the alarm that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be handling oppression, that is our own solid opinion, and we are not changing that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sick. They should make sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go for treatment. Ordinary ear infection. Buhari was always flown abroad. Now he's flying up and down. It's just machine Nobi. He's flying. They are not treating him there. This is our leader. After the court case, they went the other day that Ozekome came out and granted an interview. Because before Ozekome come and said that, there is one of our comrades who now came, because you know sometimes our people want to believe what the criminals are saying. And that comrade is hearing me now. I called him because people were throwing that question. Mazi, they said Ozekome is running away from Onyendu. He doesn't go to see Onyendu on 11th, since 11th of May. He doesn't go to see Onyendu. I told the person it's lie. When the questions come too much, I called one of our media person. I said, see, thing that is coming. Look at these two. The person said that Ozekome have never gone to see Onyendu. He's running away from him since 11th. The same person also said on 3rd June that Ozekome went and met Onyendu and discussed with Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Ejiofor censored the message and gave Chinasa Nworu. Do you understand me? You know, they say. But I thank God that after the court, Ozekome made a press conference. Whatever Ozekome said, I think that was what I have already told our people. How the case, the issue of the health of Onyendu, does that even send any message? What I said, did it contradict from what Ozekome said? No. I said that Ozekome, when they invited Ozekome, Onyendu went for the operation. They said, Ozekome said they can't give any consent for Onyendu to have operation. They must bring his doctors. The following day, you understand me? Somebody pushed names of the doctors. Now, our problem is let's follow things the right way so that it doesn't. I'm not bringing doctor for Onyendu. Chike is not bringing doctor for Onyendu. Ozekome is not bringing doctor for Onyendu. But what we are saying is that everything must be clear. Because I will put a question in the mind of Biafrans this night so that people go back and think also. Now, after Ozekome finished that press conference, the DSS wrote to the Ozekome, told him, okay, let the doctors come. They wrote to him, said, okay, bring the doctors. Ozekome now move on to tell Ejiofor, okay, they said bring the doctors. Ejiofor have to communicate the people that are responsible that brought, okay, bring these doctors now, we are waiting. On Wednesday, there was an appointment, 11 a.m. They never showed up. They didn't bring the doctors again. On Thursday, they rebooked another appointment with Onyendu. They told them, bring the doctors. As long as I know, by 12 in the afternoon, when I spoke with Ejiofor, he said he's rushing down to the DSS because the doctors are expected to be there by 1 p.m. That was on Thursday. And on the same Thursday also, they refused to bring the doctors. And they have been contacted. They want to make it a problem. They start talking. They don't want to bring the doctors again. And the question is this. We expected Thursday, they didn't bring the doctor. Wednesday, they failed to bring them. Thursday, they failed to bring them. Friday, they failed. Saturday, have gone. We don't know what is their plan. Have you seen till today now? They don't want to bring the doctors again. The doctors you are talking, we want things to go in the right way. So that anything that happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will have something in our hand The people must be around. He is inside the DSS dungeon. This is not something you are doing it as if this is a leader of over 75 million people. The question is this. If you're Mazi Chinasa, let me ask you something. If I get a doctor, they say a doctor will come to see you. You tell me, Mazi, no, it's supposed to go the right way. Let the doctors go through the lawyers. You understanding me? And the lawyers prepare. Is it anything wrong if you give me such an advice? I want to understand. Now, when you tell me bring the doctors, I said I'm not bringing them again. Mazi, what will you think about me? What will you think about me?
Mazi, it's just like you want to sabotage everything.
What will you think about me? That I told you, these doctors don't supposed to. This is the people who discuss with the Directorate of Legal. They told you, if you are bringing them, we want Ozekome to be here. We want this person to be here. Now, they wrote to Ozekome, said, bring the doctors. Now, Ozekome asked them, through the line, said, bring the doctors. Wednesday, they didn't want to bring them. Thursday, they failed to bring them. Friday have gone. Saturday have gone. They failed. Instead, one of them was talking very harsh, telling them why should why they didn't have the numbers of the doctors before they will say bring them, that they should stop disturbing them. Mazi, is this not you think? Does this thing make you to think or not? Who are these doctors? Why is it they don't want anybody to be aware? I am not bringing doctor, but you are not bringing doctor. What we are saying, let everybody, this is somebody's health. This is a very sensitive something. If you are bringing a doctor, what happened to us in Kenya, we don't want it to happen again. We do not want it to happen again. These are the things that makes us to come outside and speak. Sometimes we don't need to talk these things on air. But it is, we know that our people will ask the question. We know that people, because our people are interested to know. We know that our people love this man called Nnamdi Kanu. They want the best out of him. Sometimes they show concern. It's not that when they show concern that they want to be sure, because if anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu, people will stand up and die. People will die. We will lose control of everything that may happen in Biafra land. Around the world. That is the situation. So till now, the doctors have not come. They refuse to bring the doctors, but we will continue to try until they bring the doctors. That is all I can say on that topic. Ndewo Mazi Chinasa.
Ndewo. Mazi, what is going on? Sometimes you marvel, although as you used to say, it is not something that is abnormal to a struggle of this magnitude. But you know, we have not engaged in this type of thing before. That is why it baffles most of us, honestly, because politicizing something as important as this, I don't understand what they mean by that. So I think, Mazi, we have treated number 3, but if you want to also say something about it, I mean the number 3 question, the number 3 issue, and continue to making announcements if you have any, so that we can go on to closing the program. Mazi, please go on.
Mazi, I will take this, Biafrans and lovers of freedom, take this as my summary for this program. Every IPOB member should understand that we are in a very difficult stage. And this is expected when you are fighting for freedom. Many people fought. Sometimes I know people learn from other mistakes, but what makes you more original and genuine is when you imply your own sense of understanding in your judgment, in anything you're doing. You know, it's good people to give us reference, what happened here, yes. But our people, the way we reason, our ideology, who we are, is totally different from other people. I want our people to understand that we are Biafrans. We are Igbo Biafrans. We are Ibibio Biafrans. We are Ejo Biafrans. There is nobody that will take away this identity from us. And our identity scares the enemy. It scares our neighbors. Who we are scares even our far. That's why most of them, they connived for their own economic interest to make sure they put us down. We want every Biafran to understand that IPOB mission and the mission of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not only just to restore Biafra, it's also for us to understand our lost identity, who we are, why we are being treated in this way. I am very, very happy that at the end of this election, nobody is saying IPOB did this, IPOB did that. That's a very great job IPOB have done. If not the way IPOB fought today, there are politicians who have entered power today who would have done more than Hope was on them, man. But everybody knew that we make sure that Biafra land was at peace, for everybody to exercise his right. And they have regretted. Many of them have regretted what they have done. They have regretted. Some of them have understood that, because Biafra is not a one-day something. Even if we get Biafra today, we still have fights. We still have things to sort out. Because Biafra is not a one-day something. Even if we get Biafra today, we still have fights. We still have things to sort out. Fight. So that they will be caught. Some of them ate the money. They sent them, they intentionally recruited them during the election. Tell them they are killing Igbo people in Lagos. We have said it. We are not going to Lagos to fight for anybody. If you want, you come back home. They come and pay some of them, some 500,000. They take some stupid IPOB people who say they don't know where they belong to Lagos. They didn't know it was a trap. They were lucky. They were not caught, because the plan was when they come there, they will catch them. When they come out to say, you can come to IPOB, please. I want you people to, you understand me? I'm mostly in support too, but I want to be on. We can know how to manage you. But it's not when you come out, you talk, because you don't know what IPOB is doing. You are not in touch with what is happening internationally. You are not in touch what is happening in the Aso Rock about you. You are not in touch. You are based on hearsay. People have used the IPOB, used the Biafra struggle, and become content creators. Many people they don't seek information. They only imaginary fictions. They come on social, how they think it will be, how they feel this is how it will be. They blackmail, they do all sorts of things, they give you hope. They will go to catch Biden by hand. They will bring warship. They will bring, when they bring, some people love this kind of, stories. They will bring fighter jet. They will, it's easy, talk, kick. No strategy, nothing. I want Biafrans to become more critical in their reasoning. I want us to be more critical. There is a work for all of you. It is still, evangelism is not only when you are going or waiting for IPOB leadership to come on radio to talk. Whatever you learn here, you can transform this information to people in the market. Have a debate, make an understanding, educate people. It is your work. Educate them the importance. Because some of our people don't know. They claim to know, but they don't know. So I urge every IPOB member that it is unfortunate that we found ourselves in this state, but this is not expected when you're fighting for freedom. If not that IPOB is very strategic, by now, they would have done unimaginable things in the hands in the road Nnamdi Kanu in detention. I used to tell people these things. Anytime they capture a leader of a movement, if you are not careful, if that leader is killed, that movement hardly survives. Or when they have the leader in their custody, in most cases, that movement don't survive. But IPOB have been exceptional. For 2 years, we have contained the excesses of the Nigerian government, the Nigerian DSS, Nigerian provocateurs, their fifth columnists, and the Nigerian army, and the Nigerian intelligence director of intelligence. We have managed to curtail their excesses, their propaganda, their blackmail. We have managed, and today we have defeated them. All the money spent, it's all in vain. All the effort they have done from Nnamdi Kanu, his voice to be heard. The world is hearing his voice. Everything they are doing in our land, let me make it very clear. They are doing it to make sure that the Nigerian government will hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu based on national security. And let me tell you, go to the Supreme Court. If you allow them to hold these things, the national security of a country will supersede everything judgment you are bringing on the table. That's why we must make sure for the world to understand, for the judges to understand that all these criminals, all this crime being committed have nothing to do with IPOB. It is better they go and face the criminals. It is better they go and face all these people causing insecurity. Hold Opus responsible for the insecurity in Imo State. Hold him responsible for many crimes he has committed with Asari Dokubo and his gang. Let me tell you, all those people you see wearing Nigerian special forces, Nigerian badge, special forces in Biafra land, these are the people recruited by Asari Dokubo. They call themselves special forces. These are the people recruited by this guy. And our people must be on alert. Sometimes now they are wearing red and black so that people may think it is IPOB that came to carry some people. That is what also they are doing. We must be very vigilant in Biafra land. We must be very, very vigilant. Everybody, you must be your brother's keeper. Know where your brother is going. Inform people where you move, because presently there is a movement of the Fulani terrorists down in Enugu in military uniforms. Kidnapping is going in very high level, and they are coming in numbers. They are trying to engage us from all fronts. They are trying to make sure that Biafra land cannot be peaceful, because we are calling our people to return back. As they are dealing with them in Lagos, in other places, they know that if our place is peaceful, our people will return back home. But they don't want our people to return. They want let our people be on their knees when they are destroying their properties, their businesses. As they are destroying Allah, some of them are not coming home. Some of them are looking for another place. If you ask them, you say, Southeast is not peaceful. Oh, where will they come? That is the stupidity. That is what they want them to do. We will continue. It is not a journey. It is not an assignment. It is not something you can do. It is not magic. It is conviction. And I want everybody to be part. Every IPOB member must be part of this gospel to make sure that we restore Biafra. Our place must be at peace. The battle is with the foreigners. Our battle is not internal. Yes, we have saboteurs inside, but the battle for the restoration of Biafra, we need to cut off the hands of the foreign agents who are sucking and feeding from Biafra land. We need to attack their foreign policies that nurture all the things that they are doing against Biafrans in Nigeria. That is what we have to do. It is not our people that are at home. It is not the woman in the village. It is not the woman going to farm to find something to eat. She or he is not your problem. If you are a politician, we will come against you if you are part of those making sure our people are being adopted or being killed or being in prison. We will come against you. We owe no apology. If you are a governor, we will confront you. If you are a senator, we will confront you. Whoever you are, you are a security agent, we will confront you. But we won't touch anybody who have never come against IPOB. We won't confront anybody who have never in one way tried to kill our own people. Or there are rumors. I want everybody to know that we have no enemy that we will say, oh, you must. No, I don't have anything like that. The enemies are those fighting against us. The enemies are those making sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released from detention. The enemies are those sabotaging the work of IPOB. The enemies are those making caricature of the Biafran struggle, the death of our people. These are the enemies. The enemies are those police officers adopting our people, those people coming in the night adopting our people, harassing our people, extrajudicially executing our people. These are our enemies. The moment we distinguish these things, we must explain to the world, explain to the public. They must hear our voice. It's our duty. We must continue to explain to them. If we don't do that, nobody's going to do it for us. We must sensitize our people because the fight, this is something that have accumulated for many years. Since after the Civil War, nobody have educated our people. Since after the Civil War, nobody have ever taught our people what to do. Since after the Civil War, nobody have even bring our people close to understand what they passed through. Our parents refuse to tell us the story. Only few of them. I don't know what's the reason why. They never tell us. Have they forgotten? Only few of them have been able to tell their story. Some of them, out of shame or humiliation, they don't want to talk about it. But I urge all of them, they should open their mouths. Because history is being passed orally or written. There are those writing their own. We also need the oral part of the history. Those who will transmit the information orally from son to daughters, grandchildren. We want the oral history of what happened to our people in the Biafran Civil War. It will teach us a lot of lessons. There is nothing to be ashamed about. Our people have been killed. And they continue to kill us till today. Because of what? Because of who we are. Because of what we have in our land. Imagine what is happening in Congo. It's a replica of what is happening in our place. Congo is, let me say, the richest country in Africa, even let me say in the world, in natural resources. The same thing in Biafra. The same thing. They will never want us to be at peace. And I ask our people, it is time for those who are still waiting, thinking that Nigeria will be good one day. It is not going to be good. Because as long as IPOB is here, nobody can bring Nigeria together again. We are putting the demarcation line wider. We are drawing it more wider and wider and wider and wider. And that is what we have to do. Until we restore Biafra, there is nothing somebody will tell us we will listen to. There is nothing. And for this reason, all lovers of freedom, Biafrans, today there is no announcement apart from these few things I have said. And I'm calling every one of you. I know some of you did not, your radio is still not working. As I promised last time, we have a little bit delay, but by this week, many places will spring up. The translators are already there. And the people who have not been listening to Radio Biafra, we are coming. I said it last time, Radio Biafra, we will make sure every part of Biafra land will have Radio Biafra. Irrespective of people who have sabotaged us. There are places that they have sabotaged Radio Biafra, sabotaged not once, not twice. We are not going to, because of your sins, because there are still people that need that message. We are still coming there. We will make sure Radio Biafra speaks in every location. And I can promise you, Since the transmitters are down, the technicians are on duty, and they will make sure that everywhere we speak. I will stop here, Mazi Chinedu. But once again, Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, may Chukwu Kikabiama bless every one of you. Once again, my name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu served the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State, as in Kachifo Numu Chineke.
There were Mazi. Thank you very much for the exposition. And we must continue, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. You've had it all. We continue. We go nowhere. We must continue being consistently consistent in what we are doing. We are not doing it because it is easy. We are not doing it because it is very simple. As Mazi Chinasa Nworu said, we are not content creators, whereby we come to make people happy and people say, nah, no. We must continue being objective, focused, and consistent, and we will get there. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, together with Mazi Chinasa Nworu, it is simply good evening.
Kaije, kunite, kaije.